What if solitude wasn't something to fear but to embrace? What if being alone could unlock your full potential? In today's hyper-connected world, solitude is often misunderstood as loneliness. We live in a society that encourages constant interaction, digital or otherwise, where silence is uncomfortable and stillness is almost alien. But what if the greatest form of growth, wisdom, and personal power comes not from being surrounded by others but from deliberately choosing solitude? Solitude is not isolation. It's a conscious decision, one that wise people have chosen throughout history, not because they fear interaction, but because they seek something deeper, a more profound understanding of themselves and their place in the world. In a world where we are constantly connected through social media, messaging apps, and an endless stream of notifications, solitude can seem terrifying. Being alone is often seen as a weakness. But is that true? For the truly wise, solitude is not just a break from the world, it's a source of immense power. It allows for personal reflection, growth, and clarity. Choosing solitude doesn't mean giving up on relationships or cutting off from society. It means stepping back, embracing stillness, and understanding that sometimes the most profound conversations happen within ourselves. The power of a strong inner self. A strong inner self is not something one is born with. It is cultivated through experience, reflection, and conscious effort. It is the foundation of resilience, a necessary trait for navigating the complexities of life. In a world where external pressures, expectations, and distractions often dictate how we live, a strong inner self allows us to remain grounded, focused, and true to our values. It gives us the strength to endure hardship, to rise above challenges, and to thrive in circumstances that would overwhelm others. Defining the strong inner self. What exactly is a strong inner self? It can be defined as an individual's inner core of confidence, stability, and self-awareness. A person with a strong inner self is someone who knows who they are, understands their strengths and weaknesses, and remains emotionally balanced in the face of external turmoil. This strength doesn't mean that such individuals are unaffected by challenges or adversity. It means that they have the capacity to process these experiences without allowing them to shatter their core. At its essence, a strong inner self is a deep understanding of one's own identity, a solid set of values, and a clear sense of purpose. It provides a person with an unshakable foundation upon which they can build their life, regardless of the circumstances they face. When the external world becomes chaotic, people with strong inner selves are able to maintain their sense of direction because they are not dependent on external validation or approval to define their worth. This self-assuredness and emotional independence is the hallmark of true inner strength. Cultivating inner strength through challenges. The development of a strong inner self doesn't happen overnight. It is the result of life experiences, especially those involving hardship or adversity. People often find themselves growing the most during times of struggle. When life challenges us, whether it's through personal loss, failure, or unexpected obstacles, it forces us to look inward. It's in these moments of discomfort that we discover our inner reserves of strength. Consider how adversity has shaped some of the most successful individuals in history. Figures like Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, emerged not broken, but more determined and focused on his purpose than ever before. His inner strength didn't come from an easy life, but from his ability to reflect, persevere, and maintain his principles despite unimaginable hardship. This is the essence of inner strength, remaining true to oneself in the face of immense challenges. It is easy to crumble when faced with adversity, and many people do. However, those who possess or cultivate a strong inner self are able to use adversity as a tool for growth. They reflect on their experiences, learn from them, and emerge stronger. Every challenge they face adds another layer to their resilience, making them even more capable of handling the difficulties that life inevitably brings. Emotional independence. One of the most important aspects of a strong inner self is emotional independence. In today's world, many people find themselves overly reliant on external validation, whether it's through social media likes, compliments, or approval from their peers. While seeking validation from others is a natural human tendency, it becomes problematic when a person's sense of self-worth is entirely dependent on external sources. A person with a strong inner self is emotionally independent. They do not require constant validation from others to feel good about themselves. Instead, they derive their sense of worth from within. They are aware of their strengths and limitations, and they are comfortable with both. This self-awareness allows them to navigate life with confidence because they are not easily swayed by the opinions of others. This emotional independence also extends to how they handle criticism or rejection. While many people may feel devastated by negative feedback or failure, individuals with a strong inner self take these experiences in stride. They recognize that criticism is not a reflection of their entire being, but merely an opportunity for growth. They don't allow their emotions to control their actions, and they maintain a balanced perspective, even when faced with difficult circumstances. Self-awareness and reflection. Another critical component of a strong inner self is self-awareness. Individuals who possess this trait are deeply in tune with their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. They spend time reflecting on their actions and choices, constantly seeking to understand themselves better. This level of self-awareness is crucial because it allows them to make conscious decisions that align with their values and long-term goals. Self-awareness is developed through introspection and reflection. It requires taking the time to examine one's thoughts and feelings, understanding where they come from, and identifying patterns in behavior. Many people go through life reacting to situations without fully understanding why they behave the way they do. But individuals with a strong inner self take a step back to evaluate their reactions, understand their motivations, and make adjustments when necessary. This ongoing process of reflection helps them to stay aligned with their core values and prevents them from being swayed by momentary emotions or external pressures. It is through this deep understanding of themselves that they are able to remain resilient and focused, even in the face of life's challenges. Building inner strength through mindset. Developing a strong inner self also requires a mindset shift. It's about adopting a growth mindset, the belief that challenges and failures are not setbacks, but opportunities for learning and growth. People with a fixed mindset often believe that their abilities and intelligence are static, and when they face failure, they view it as a reflection of their inadequacy. However, those with a strong inner self and a growth mindset see failure differently. They view it as part of the learning process, as a necessary step toward improvement. This mindset shift is essential because it allows individuals to approach life's challenges with optimism and resilience. Instead of being paralyzed by fear of failure, they embrace it as a learning experience. This perspective is what gives them the strength to push through difficult times and continue pursuing their goals, no matter how many setbacks they encounter. The role of values and purpose. Finally, the power of a strong inner self is deeply connected to one's values and sense of purpose. People with a strong inner self have a clear understanding of what matters most to them. They know their core values, and they use these values as a guiding compass in their decision-making. When faced with difficult choices or ethical dilemmas, they do not waver because they are grounded in their principles. Having a strong sense of purpose also contributes to inner strength. When individuals have a clear purpose, they are able to endure challenges with greater resilience because they know what they are working toward. Their purpose gives them a sense of direction and motivation, even when the road becomes difficult. This sense of purpose is often what separates those who crumble under pressure from those who thrive in adversity. Underscore 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 underscore. In conclusion, the power of a strong inner self cannot be overstated. It is the foundation of resilience, emotional independence, self-awareness, and purpose. It allows individuals to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence, and it gives them the strength to remain true to themselves in a world that is constantly pulling them in different directions. Developing a strong inner self requires reflection, emotional mastery, and a mindset that embraces growth, but the rewards are immense. A life lived with purpose, resilience, and unwavering confidence. Control of emotions, the key to mastering life. The ability to control one's emotions is a critical skill that directly impacts every area of life, from personal relationships to professional success. Emotional control, or emotional regulation, allows individuals to navigate challenging situations with clarity, make rational decisions, and avoid the pitfalls of impulsive actions driven by temporary feelings. While emotions are natural and essential aspects of the human experience, letting them dictate actions can often lead to regret or unnecessary complications. The power to control emotions gives individuals the capacity to remain calm under pressure, maintain focus, and achieve long-term goals without being derailed by emotional turbulence. Understanding emotional control. Emotions are natural responses to external stimuli, whether they come in the form of stress, joy, anger, frustration, or fear. These responses are designed to help humans navigate the complexities of life, but they can also become overwhelming if not managed effectively. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring emotions, but understanding and regulating them in a way that serves your long-term interests. It's about acknowledging how you feel in the moment and choosing a thoughtful response, rather than reacting impulsively. When someone has strong emotional control, they possess the ability to recognize their emotions as they arise, understand the triggers behind those feelings, and consciously decide how to react. This is particularly important in high-stress situations where emotions like anger or frustration can easily lead to rash decisions or destructive behavior. Emotional control allows individuals to pause, assess the situation, and choose a course of action that aligns with their values and objectives, rather than letting the heat of the moment dictate their behavior. Emotional triggers and responses. Everyone has emotional triggers, specific situations, words, or actions that provoke strong emotional reactions. These triggers are often tied to past experiences, fears, insecurities, or unresolved issues. For example, someone who has experienced betrayal in a relationship may become excessively defensive or anxious when confronted with situations that even remotely resemble that betrayal. Similarly, a person who has been criticized harshly in their professional life may react emotionally to any form of feedback, even when it is constructive. The key to controlling emotions lies in identifying these triggers and understanding why they evoke such strong responses. Once you're aware of your triggers, you can begin to manage your reactions more effectively. Instead of letting your emotions take over, you can step back and choose a more measured response. This process takes practice and self-awareness, but over time, it becomes easier to manage emotional responses to triggers. One common method of managing emotional triggers is cognitive reframing. This technique involves changing the way you interpret a situation in order to alter its emotional impact. For instance, instead of viewing constructive criticism as an attack on your abilities, you can reframe it as an opportunity for growth and improvement. This shift in perspective can significantly reduce negative emotional reactions and promote a more productive response. The role of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, plays a critical role in emotional control. EQ is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. People with high emotional intelligence are skilled at navigating their emotions in a healthy and productive way. They are able to remain calm under pressure, empathize with others, and resolve conflicts without escalating tensions. Emotional intelligence also involves self-awareness, which is the first step toward emotional control. By being aware of your emotions, you are better equipped to manage them. For example, if you feel yourself becoming angry during a conversation, self-awareness allows you to recognize that emotion before it gets out of control. From there, you can take steps to de-escalate the situation, such as taking a deep breath, walking away for a moment, or calmly explaining how you feel. Self-regulation, another component of emotional intelligence, refers to the ability to control or redirect disruptive emotions and impulses. This skill is essential for emotional control as it helps prevent you from reacting impulsively in the heat of the moment. Instead of letting anger or frustration dictate your behavior, you can pause and choose a more thoughtful response that aligns with your long-term goals and values. The consequences of poor emotional control. Failing to control emotions can have significant consequences in both personal and professional settings. In relationships, unchecked emotions can lead to arguments, misunderstandings, and hurt feelings. When emotions like anger or jealousy are not managed, they can quickly escalate and cause lasting damage to relationships. Similarly, in the workplace, poor emotional control can lead to conflict with colleagues, poor decision-making, and a damaged reputation. For instance, consider someone who becomes easily frustrated during a team meeting at work. If they allow that frustration to show through angry outbursts or negative comments, They risk alienating their colleagues and damaging their professional relationships. Over time, this pattern of behavior can result in a lack of trust or respect from others, limiting opportunities for career advancement. On the other hand, if the individual is able to control their frustration, take a step back, and respond thoughtfully, they can maintain their composure and contribute more positively to the team. Emotional control is also crucial when it comes to personal well-being. Individuals who struggle to manage their emotions often experience higher levels of stress, anxiety, and frustration. This emotional turmoil can take a toll on both mental and physical health, leading to issues such as high blood pressure, insomnia, or depression. Learning to regulate emotions is not only beneficial for external relationships and career success, but also for personal happiness and overall well-being. Strategies for improving emotional control. Building emotional control requires intentional practice and a commitment to self-awareness. Here are some strategies that can help. 1. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It helps you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions as they arise, allowing you to observe them without becoming overwhelmed. Meditation practices that focus on mindfulness can be particularly helpful in building emotional control, as they train your brain to pause before reacting impulsively. 2. Breathing techniques. Deep breathing exercises are an effective tool for calming the mind and body when emotions start to rise. When you feel yourself getting angry or anxious, taking a few deep breaths can help lower your heart rate and give you the space to think more clearly before reacting. 3. Pause before reacting. One of the simplest but most effective strategies for emotional control is to pause before reacting. When you feel a strong emotion building up, take a few seconds to pause and consider your response. This brief moment can make a significant difference in how you handle the situation. 4. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and emotions can be a powerful way to process them and gain clarity. Journaling allows you to reflect on your emotional experiences, identify patterns, and explore the triggers behind your emotional responses. This practice can help you gain insight into your emotions and develop healthier ways of managing them. 5. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT is a therapeutic approach that focuses on identifying and challenging negative thought patterns. This can be particularly helpful for improving emotional control, as it encourages individuals to examine their automatic thoughts and reframe them in a more positive and constructive way. 6. Developing empathy. Emotional control also involves understanding the emotions of others. By putting yourself in someone else's shoes and considering their perspective, you can prevent your emotions from escalating during conflicts or misunderstandings. Developing empathy allows you to approach situations with compassion and understanding, which can help you maintain emotional control in challenging interactions. Emotional control in high-pressure situations. Emotional control becomes especially important in high-pressure situations such as during conflicts, important presentations, or personal crises. In these moments, emotions tend to run high, and the ability to stay calm can mean the difference between success and failure. People who can control their emotions under pressure are more likely to think clearly, make rational decisions, and maintain positive relationships even in the midst of chaos. Athletes, military personnel, and successful business leaders often excel in emotional control because they understand the importance of staying composed when the stakes are high. For example, a professional athlete may feel immense pressure before a championship game, but they must channel those emotions into focus and determination, rather than letting fear or anxiety take over. Similarly, a business leader facing a difficult negotiation must manage their emotions to avoid making impulsive decisions that could harm the deal. Embracing solitude, the path to self-discovery and growth. In a world that values constant interaction, social validation, and digital connectivity, the idea of embracing solitude can seem counterintuitive or even uncomfortable. Solitude is often mistaken for loneliness, a state many people try to avoid at all costs. However, solitude, when chosen deliberately, offers a powerful opportunity for self-discovery, reflection, and personal growth. It is in these quiet moments of being alone that individuals can gain clarity about their desires, values, and purpose. Rather than fearing solitude, those who learn to embrace it can unlock a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. Solitude versus loneliness. The distinction between solitude and loneliness is crucial. While loneliness is the feeling of being isolated or disconnected from others, solitude is the conscious choice to spend time alone, free from distractions and the demands of society. Loneliness often carries a sense of sadness or emptiness, whereas solitude can be a source of peace, creativity, and insight. Solitude allows individuals to step away from the noise and pressures of daily life and create a space where they can focus on their thoughts, emotions, and inner desires. In solitude, people are not seeking the validation or approval of others. Instead, they have the freedom to explore their own ideas and cultivate a sense of independence. This distinction is important because it shifts the perception of being alone from something negative to something deeply empowering. Solitude becomes a tool for personal development, not a state to be feared. The benefits of solitude. Embracing solitude offers numerous benefits that contribute to both mental and emotional well-being. One of the primary benefits is the opportunity for self-reflection. In solitude, individuals have the chance to slow down, take stock of their lives, and evaluate their current path. Without the distractions of social media, work, or constant interaction, they can ask themselves important questions. Am I happy with the direction of my life? What are my true goals and values? What changes do I need to make to align my life with my inner desires? These moments of introspection can lead to significant breakthroughs in understanding oneself. Solitude also fosters creativity. Many of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and philosophers, from Virginia Woolf to Henry David Thoreau, have sought solitude as a means of tapping into their creative potential. When individuals are alone with their thoughts, free from the influence of others, they can access their most original and imaginative ideas. In the quiet of solitude, the mind is free to wander, to dream, and to innovate in ways that are often impossible in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Additionally, solitude strengthens emotional resilience. In spending time alone, individuals learn to be comfortable with themselves and their thoughts. This builds inner strength, as they are no longer reliant on external validation or the presence of others to feel secure. The ability to enjoy one's own company is a powerful indicator of emotional health and maturity. It fosters independence and self-reliance, allowing individuals to navigate life with greater confidence and clarity. Solitude as a path to authenticity. Perhaps one of the most profound aspects of embracing solitude is that it leads to authenticity. In solitude, individuals are free from the expectations and judgments of others, allowing them to connect with their true selves. In a world where societal pressures often dictate behavior, solitude offers a rare opportunity to reflect on who we truly are, apart from external influences. This process of self-discovery is essential for living an authentic life, one in which actions are aligned with personal values and desires rather than the demands of others. Solitude gives people the space to explore their passions, their beliefs, and their dreams. It allows them to be honest with themselves about what they want in life and what they need to let go of. By embracing solitude, individuals can shed the masks they wear in social settings and reconnect with their core identity. This authenticity leads to a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Facing despair, a pathway to strength and growth. Despair is an inevitable part of the human experience. At some point in life, everyone encounters moments of deep sadness, hopelessness, or failure. These moments can feel overwhelming, as if the world is closing in, leaving no room for escape. However, what many people fail to realize is that despair, as painful as it is, also holds the potential for profound personal growth and transformation. Facing despair with courage and resilience allows individuals not only to survive these difficult periods but also to emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling life's challenges. The universality of despair. Despair comes in many forms, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a personal failure, a betrayal, or an unforeseen tragedy. In those moments, it can feel like the ground has been ripped out from under your feet, leaving you uncertain of how to move forward. It is important to recognize that despair is not something that happens only to the unfortunate few. It is a shared universal experience that affects everyone at some point, regardless of their background or circumstances. Understanding this universality can provide a sense of comfort, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. While it's natural to want to avoid pain and despair, it is through these challenging moments that people often discover their true strength. When faced with despair, the instinct might be to retreat, to avoid confronting the pain head-on. However, avoiding despair only prolongs the suffering and prevents individuals from finding the growth that often follows hardship. The hidden power within despair. Despair can be likened to a storm. While it brings chaos, confusion, and darkness, it also has the potential to clear the air and bring new perspectives once it passes. In moments of despair, individuals are forced to confront their deepest fears and vulnerabilities. This confrontation can feel overwhelming, but it is also the catalyst for self-discovery and growth. By facing despair, people learn more about their inner resilience, their capacity for endurance, and their ability to adapt to difficult circumstances. In fact, many of the greatest accomplishments in life are born from moments of despair. Consider the stories of individuals who have faced extreme adversity. People who lost everything, yet managed to rebuild their lives stronger than before. These people didn't avoid their despair, they faced it head-on. In doing so, they found the strength they didn't know they had, and they discovered new opportunities for growth and success. Despair can teach us valuable lessons about ourselves. It reveals the parts of us that are strong and capable, but it also exposes the areas where we need to grow. It is through this process of self-examination that we learn to confront our limitations and develop new coping strategies for future challenges. Learning from despair. One of the most important lessons despair teaches is that nothing is permanent, not even the pain itself. While moments of despair can feel all-encompassing, they are temporary. Just as storms eventually pass, so too does despair. The key is to weather the storm, to stay present with the emotions without allowing them to overwhelm or define you. Resilience is not about avoiding despair, but about learning how to bounce back from it. When people emerge from despair, they do so with a greater understanding of themselves and the world around them. They have experienced the depths of human emotion and survived. This survival brings with it a sense of accomplishment and empowerment, which can help individuals face future challenges with greater confidence. Despair also forces individuals to reassess their priorities and values. Often, when people face significant hardship, they are compelled to re-examine what truly matters to them. The things that once seemed important may lose their significance, while deeper, more meaningful pursuits come into focus. Despair strips away the superficial and allows people to reconnect with their core values, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Moving forward after despair. Emerging from despair is not about forgetting the pain or pretending it didn't happen. It's about integrating the experience into your life in a way that contributes to your growth. The key is to reflect on what you have learned from the experience and how it has changed you. Instead of viewing despair as a period of defeat, it can be seen as a time of transformation, a moment where you faced your darkest emotions and came out the other side stronger. Moving forward after despair also involves practicing self-compassion. It's important to acknowledge that despair is difficult and that you've endured something significant. Being kind to yourself during and after these tough times allows for healing and prevents the emotional scars from deepening. Adapting to life's realities, embracing change and overcoming challenges. Life is full of unpredictable events and unforeseen challenges, and learning to adapt to these realities is essential for personal growth, resilience, and success. While it is natural to desire stability and predictability, the only constant in life is change. Those who can adapt to life's evolving circumstances are better equipped to navigate its ups and downs with grace and confidence. Adapting to life's realities means accepting change, learning from challenges, and continuously adjusting one's mindset to thrive in an ever-shifting world. The nature of life's realities. Life is inherently uncertain. No matter how carefully we plan or how much control we think we have, external forces can shift the direction of our lives in unexpected ways. Whether it's a sudden job loss, a health issue, a global pandemic, or personal relationship changes, these events challenge our sense of security and force us to confront new circumstances. However, life's unpredictability is also what makes it dynamic and full of opportunities for growth. If everything were predictable, there would be little room for innovation, self-discovery, or resilience building. It is through the process of adapting to life's realities that individuals learn to be resourceful, develop new skills, and gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. Acceptance, the first step to adaptation. The first and perhaps most important step in adapting to life's realities is acceptance. Resistance to change often stems from a fear of the unknown or a desire to maintain the status quo. However, resisting change only leads to frustration and prolonged suffering. When people refuse to accept the inevitable shifts in their lives, they expend valuable energy fighting against something they cannot control. This resistance not only hinders personal growth, but also prevents them from seeing potential opportunities that may arise from the change. Acceptance does not mean passivity or giving up. Instead, it involves acknowledging the reality of a situation and choosing to respond proactively. By accepting that life is full of uncertainties, individuals can shift their focus from resisting change to preparing for it. This mental shift allows them to approach challenges with a more open mind and a greater sense of empowerment. The power of a flexible mindset. A key component of adapting to life's realities is developing a flexible mindset. A flexible mindset allows individuals to adjust their thinking, expectations, and actions in response to changing circumstances. Rather than being rigid in their approach to life, adaptable individuals understand that there is more than one way to achieve a goal or overcome a challenge. In contrast, a fixed mindset leads to frustration when things don't go as planned. Individuals with a fixed mindset tend to see setbacks as insurmountable obstacles and may give up when they encounter difficulties. However, those with a flexible mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn, grow, and find alternative solutions. They recognize that failure is not the end but a stepping stone to success. This adaptability is crucial for thriving in an unpredictable world. A flexible mindset also fosters creativity and problem solving. When individuals are open to new ideas and perspectives, they are more likely to find innovative solutions to the problems they face. They become more resourceful and resilient, capable of thinking outside the box and finding ways to move forward, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Learning from challenges. Adapting to life's realities involves viewing challenges as valuable learning experiences. Every obstacle or setback presents an opportunity to gain new insights, develop new skills, and grow as a person. While it is easy to become discouraged in the face of difficulties, those who adapt to life's challenges use them as opportunities to reflect, reassess, and find ways to improve. For example, a career setback, such as being passed over for a promotion or losing a job, can be devastating in the moment. However, individuals who adapt to these challenges see them as opportunities to reevaluate their goals, assess their strengths and weaknesses, and explore new career paths. In some cases, these setbacks may even lead to unexpected opportunities for growth and success in areas they had never considered before. By adopting a growth mindset, individuals can learn to view challenges as catalysts for positive change. Instead of being paralyzed by difficulties, they become more resilient, confident, and capable of handling whatever life throws their way. This ability to learn from adversity is a hallmark of adaptability. Embracing change and moving forward. Ultimately, adapting to life's realities requires embracing change as a natural part of the human experience. While change can be uncomfortable and even frightening, it is also a source of renewal, opportunity, and personal transformation. When individuals learn to embrace change, they become more proactive in shaping their own futures, rather than being reactive to external forces. Moving forward after adapting to life's challenges also involves a mindset of optimism and hope. Those who successfully navigate life's ups and downs do so with the belief that no matter how difficult the present moment may be, there is always the potential for growth and better opportunities on the horizon. This optimism fuels perseverance and encourages individuals to keep striving, even when the path is uncertain. Modesty and strength, a powerful combination. Modesty and strength are two virtues that, at first glance, may seem to be in contrast with one another. Strength often brings to mind images of confidence, assertiveness, and power, while modesty suggests humility, restraint, and a focus on others rather than oneself. However, when combined, modesty and strength form a powerful synergy that creates a balanced, admirable character. True strength is not only about the ability to achieve or to command, but also about the grace and humility with which one carries that power. Modesty amplifies strength by allowing individuals to lead with quiet confidence, resilience, and a grounded sense of purpose. The misconception of modesty. In a society that often celebrates boldness, ambition, and outward displays of achievement, modesty is sometimes misunderstood as a lack of confidence or as a sign of weakness. However, this view is a misconception. Modesty does not mean downplaying one's abilities or shrinking from recognition. Rather, it is the quality of being humble, self-aware, and focused on continuous growth. Modest individuals do not seek to draw attention to themselves or their accomplishments. Instead, they let their actions speak for them, displaying a quiet confidence that is both inspiring and respectable. At its core, modesty is about maintaining a balanced view of oneself. It is the ability to acknowledge strengths and accomplishments without needing constant validation or praise. Modest individuals understand that their worth does not come from external recognition, but from their intrinsic values, work ethic, and dedication. This mindset fosters inner strength, as it allows individuals to remain focused on their goals without being swayed by the opinions or judgments of others. Strength rooted in humility. Strength, when rooted in humility, becomes more profound and enduring. True strength is not about domination or overpowering others, but about resilience, integrity, and the ability to stay grounded in the face of success and failure alike. People who are both strong and modest do not feel the need to constantly prove their power to others. They are confident in their abilities, yet they recognize that there is always room for growth and improvement. This combination of strength and modesty allows individuals to approach challenges with grace. They do not boast about their victories, nor do they dwell on their defeats. Instead, they use both successes and failures as opportunities to learn and grow. Their modesty ensures that they remain open to feedback, advice, and collaboration, recognizing that even the strongest individuals can benefit from the support and insight of others. Moreover, modesty enables strong individuals to build trust and respect within their communities. By remaining humble and grounded, they avoid the pitfalls of arrogance or overconfidence, which can alienate others. Instead, their modesty makes them approachable, relatable, and admired. People are drawn to those who lead with quiet strength, knowing that such leaders are not driven by ego but by a genuine desire to contribute positively to the world. The quiet power of modesty. Modesty also enhances strength by providing a sense of balance and perspective. In moments of success, modest individuals remain grounded, avoiding the temptation to become complacent or overly confident. They understand that success is often fleeting, and that true strength lies in consistency, perseverance, and a commitment to continuous improvement. This mindset keeps them focused on long-term goals rather than short-term recognition. In moments of adversity, modesty offers a similar benefit. While some may crumble under the pressure of failure or setbacks, those with modesty remain resilient. They understand that failure does not define their worth, and they are able to recover quickly by focusing on the lessons learned rather than dwelling on their shortcomings. This ability to remain steady and composed in the face of challenges is a hallmark of true strength. Modesty also allows individuals to navigate complex social dynamics with ease. By not seeking constant attention or validation, modest individuals are less likely to become embroiled in conflicts or power struggles. Their strength is quietly self-assured, allowing them to focus on what truly matters without being distracted by the need for recognition or competition. So next time you find yourself alone, don't see it as a weakness or something to be feared. Instead, view it as a gift, a chance to learn more about yourself, to grow stronger, and to focus on what truly matters.